brain. Duh. It's Trixie, and today I want to talk to you about something that I noticed watching American movies and series as a German. Obviously, there's a ton of small details regarding the storytelling, the plot, the dialogues that differ between US and, for example, German productions. Kelly from the channel Kelly Does Her Thing actually made 2 very interesting videos about that. But in my video, I want to speak about one particular topic: characters' names and how characters in American movies refer to each other. Why? Because there are quite some things, certain name patterns, that must be completely normal to Americans. Daily life stuff, but that strike my attention because I, as a German, am not used to them. The first being that characters in American movies and series often address each other by using their last names. More precisely, their last names only. Let's say a guy is called Stephen Miller. There's a scene with him and another person both being busy when suddenly the other person yells, "Hey Miller! Come over here, you have to see this!" They just say Miller, Stephen's last name. You know, that's something Germans usually don't do. Either you know someone well enough to use their first name, Hallo Horst, or you say Herr Müller, Mr. Miller. It's never, "Hey Müller, komm mal her!" That just sounds weird. The only context I could see that happen in Germany would be in a military context. Soldiers addressing each other, people in the Bundeswehr maybe. In movies in English, however, this seems to be a very common habit for, well, everyone. And it looks like it starts as early as in kindergarten, at least according to Hollywood. I've seen plenty of US high school movies in which students talk to each other like that. Like, for example, a bully mocking another kid. "Are you deaf, Templeton? I'm talking to you." Sometimes it's movie characters that are colleagues or actually friends. Why would you call a friend by their last name? So could some English speaker please tell me whether addressing someone by their last name is a movie thing or a daily life thing? If you really do that, why is that and what does it mean? Because to me as a German, it seems a bit teasing and derogatory and overall odd. Just to be clear, I'm talking about direct speech, face-to-face conversations. Of course, you'll find that people in Germany are also sometimes addressed by their last names in indirect speech. Or for example, when they are described in a novel or a newspaper. Am Samstag war Eugen Oemmelmann während seines Urlaubs in China Zeuge eines unfassbaren Ereignisses geworden. Der 33-Jährige stand nur wenige Meter entfernt, als neben ihm plötzlich ein Sack Reis umkippte. Ich habe mich erschrocken und konnte es nicht glauben, beschrieb Oemmelmann die Situation. Es war wie im Traum. Oemmelmann hier rechts im Bild mit dem umgefallenen Sack Reis. But you know, that's written language. And therefore far away from another person or even a friend calling this guy Oemmelmann. Ey Oemmelmann, mach meinen Mund zu, es zieht! Speaking about English last names, there's another thing that caught my attention. Instead of saying the full last name, movie characters sometimes shorten it to the initial letter. Especially kids and teenagers tend to do that a lot in movies, I believe. Like, imagine a couple of teenage friends gathered in the room of one of them. Let's call him David Kepler. I wonder if one of you guys watching is actually called like that. Is there a Stephen Miller, Eugen Oemmelmann, or David Kepler here? If so, please leave a comment. But anyway, David's mother knocks on the door, because that's what moms should always do when they have teenage kids. The boys say, "Yeah, whatever, come in." She enters and places a plate full of cookies on the desk. Now, one of the kids is particularly happy about the snack and says, "Wow, thank you, Mrs. K," shortening Kepler to just K. I think it's some sort of slang. It's supposed to sound chill and cool, but it's simply another thing that we don't do in Germany. I wouldn't call anyone's mother Frau K. That sounds like one of those mysterious newspaper stories where names and places have been changed to keep the involved people anonymous. Frau K. aus E. wollte nur kurz beim Bäcker ein Mettbrötchen kaufen, als plötzlich ein Mann mit Pferdeschwanz vor ihr stand. Die Polizei nahm den Exhibitionisten wenig später fest. The only other situation I can see that happen in Germany is when 2 people share the same first name. Like when there are 2 girls called Anna in the same classroom. Then one of them might be referred to as Anna K, while the other one is Anna P. This actually happened to me when I went to school. There was another Svenja in the same course, which therefore became Vania B. I myself wasn't so lucky. Since my last name starts with Q, everyone called me Svenja Kuh. Now, as some of you might know, die Kuh means the cow in German. So yeah, Svenja Cow, everybody. Moo.
Ha! No, that's what I call a fitting nickname.
I know what you're all wondering. What? Your name is Svenja? I thought it was Trixie. And well, it is. You know, Trixie is the short version of my middle name, Patricia. Or to say it the proper German way, Patricia. Both in English-speaking countries and in Germany, it's not uncommon to have more than one name, I would say. However, the way we refer to them seems to differ a bit again. Be it in movies or in real life, in English you often hear people shortening their middle names, naming the first initial only. Michael J. Fox, George R.R. Martin, Mary J. Blige, Samuel L. Jackson. You know what I mean. And again, this is a bit strange to me. In Germany, there seems to be the rule you either want people to know your full middle name, ich bin Eugen Fridolin Bert Oemmelmann, in your face, or you don't want them to know at all that you have one. So there are a lot of Lisa Sophie Müllers, Paul Frederick Meyers and Karl-Heinz Schmitz, as well as there are Lisas, Pauls and Karls. But it's at least not common for someone to say, Hallo, ich bin Lisa S. Müller. Don't get me wrong, I don't think that the English names with the initial in the middle are ugly. It's just different to what I'm used to. And to be fair, single letters simply sound cooler in English. J versus J. V versus V. Admittedly, the English ones roll off the tongue more easily. Which leads me to my last example, people's names shortened to a catchy two-letter combination. JD, CJ, PJ, CC, JJ, TC. I get it, because it sounds cool. You won't find that in Germany though. For a good reason. I mean, who would want to be called GG, JJ, or TC? Unless you have a habit of dipping your pinky toe in tea, I guess. Or your toes just naturally smell like tea. Brain. Da. Then I would be SP. Hey SP, Bock auf Kino mit mir und KY? This just doesn't work. Plus, I sense there is a higher risk for unfortunate combinations, such as Frauke Carla Cordula becoming FKK and such atrocities.
You should be called Bertha Hummelmann then.
I'm afraid to ask, but why?
BH.
So, thanks, but no thanks. Now, am I the only one that noticed those name differences in English and German that become most obvious in movies? Have you ever thought of that? And to all English speakers out there, are these aspects that I mentioned movie things or real life things? Have you noticed other differences regarding names or how people refer to each other between German and English? Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and tell me what you think in the comments. Subscribe to Don't Trust the Rabbit for more videos like this one, and if you want to support this channel a bit more, you can also find me on Patreon. I would really appreciate your help. Now I wish you all a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!